Without further ado, welcome to the Dice Cup plays Tzolk'in. I realised I'd set up a new thing, but for some reason my sound wasn't playing, so I had to faff about going into my old one. So anyway, here we go. We are joined today by Mike Dixon, Amy Wasley, you've seen her before, and Matt, who played Terra Mystica the other day. So we're going to have a game of Tzolk'in the Mayan Calendar. It's going to last just over an hour and a half or so. You'll get rules explanations from me and some tips and strategies for improving your game, and we will just do any choices. Yeah, okay, they're ready to go. Tzolk'in the Mayan Calendar is a worker placement game at heart. I appreciate the help, Adam, and the support, but Adam's watching along in Twitch, and if you are watching on Twitch, if you follow us, that would be lovely. So I'm going to give you some tips and stuff. Hi all. So first things first, I look where I am in turn order. I'm third, so I want some corn, so I'm looking at these tiles to take. But the idea at the start of the game in Tzolk'in, you get 4 tiles, and you take 2 of them. So I look at these tiles, I'm going to be taking 2 of those tiles, and they're going to kind of dictate what I'm going to be about this game. So I think I kind of want to take some tiles of corn on, because corn's how you feed and put your workers out. So I'm tempted by one of the 5s and then one of the other 2. If I get this one, it imbalances me on the building track and gives me a temple move. And if I get this one, it gives me more resources than the others and gives me a temple move. So I'm tempted with one of those as well. I think the best one might be this one. Gets me a temple move. And then this one, which gives... And now, what buildings are there to build? I'm going to take the one with the more resources. It gives me more flexibility. Right, and on your turn in Tzolk'in, you have to do one of 2 things. You have to either play a worker or pick workers up. Okay, and when you play a worker, you can play more than one. You play as many as you want, but you can't mix those 2 things. So you're putting workers out on the wheels, and then you're picking workers up off the wheels, and they are the only things you can do on your turn. And depending on how far the wheel, around the wheel are, the better the worker action gets. Sure. If you want to have a go. So Matt's going to try a strategy that I don't like trying because I don't find it very fun to play against, but he's going to give it a go. I imagine he might mess up in the first time he's played it. Mike's probably doing the same thing, to be honest, but we'll see. Right, so on my turn I can place workers. My first worker's 3, then it costs 1, then 2. So I've got 3 workers to place, as indicated by my little 3 green workers in my box at the top. And I have 7 corn, so each worker costs me 0, then 1, then 2. So it's going to cost me 3 corn to play all 3, and an extra corn the further round on the wheels they go. So I think I'm going to... I'm definitely going to put 1 on food, and I think I'm going to put 2 on here. And my turn. And then my next turn, I have to take a worker off. So Mike and Matt are going to try something that I'm not a fan of playing with or against, but we'll see how it goes. It's called the Uxmal Gambit, and it's... if you've played Stone Age or something like that, there's a gambit in Stone Age where you kind of ignore feeding your people and you kind of go negative to the point where you build up your engine and you hope the game goes long enough for you to kind of overtake the people who've gone a bit slower than you. The Uxmal Gambit's similar in strategy. It's kind of counterintuitive. You kind of ignore the food wheel, generally. But anyway, so here we are. So you put your workers down. Everyone's put workers down because they had to, because they've got nothing to pick up. And then on the next turn, the big central wheel moves around 1 space anti-clockwise, which moves all the other wheels around 1 space clockwise, which is the best thing about this game, really. And then you can then pick workers up, but obviously the workers you put down have gone further around the wheel than they were last time. Okay, so I haven't got any workers, so I can't place them. I have to pick one up. I've got a choice of advancing one of my technology tiles, which I haven't got any spaces yet. I've got the possibility of building a building, and the only things I've got 2 wood and a gold. So the only building I can build is this one here, which feeds 1 worker for free. Not really a fan of that. I think the next one's better. The other possibility I go is I just pick up some corn and then let these 2 guys ride down, or I think I'm just going to advance a tech tree. I'm going to advance I'm going to advance the resource one. Alright, and I'm going to end my turn. And next turn I put my worker down, and then in the turn after that I can technically pick them up and have more stuff. So in 2 turns time I can build that building that feeds all my workers for free. Not for free, but for 1 corn. So there's some buildings down the bottom. This building here. In 2 turns time I can technically build that and that, although it's not very efficient, so we'll see what else I can do. If I can get some stone actually, which I can't in time. Yeah, I've not timed this very well, but anyway, what can you do? But this tile here allows me to get extra wood when I feed, so I can hover over it. So that means that green and red can get 1 extra wood whenever they get wood from a brown or a beige or a green spot. So that's any of these spots over here get me wood, and then this spot here gets me wood as well. I'm joined today by Amy. Amy's my housemate and co-worker. If you're fans of the Dice Cup, you'll know Amy. She's the girl with bluey greeny hair. And then also Mike and Matt. Mike and Matt I met doing the World Mind Spots Olympiad. They are 2 of the arbiters there. And they won a lot of the events there. So they're seasoned Eurogamers. I don't think I've ever beat Mike in a game, and I only beat Matt in a game for the first time yesterday, where we played Terra Mystica. Or was that the day before? I'm losing track of days. It was the day before. So the wheels moved again. I've got 1 worker. I can put it down. So if I put my worker down on the food wheel, if I've got space, I can then go around and pick up the food tile that my other worker vacates. We will see. Mike will be placing. He's already got 5 workers. Did Mike start with an extra worker? I think he did, didn't he? Where's he gone? Mike. Yes, so Mike started with, looking at his starting tiles down here, you can see what everyone started with. Matt started with tons of corn and resources, which is probably the right thing to do. And Mike started with, if Matt's trying to do the Uxmal Gambit, and Mike started with an extra worker. Generally, you need like a big starting supply of corn and or resources. And the best spot on the board for the Uxmal Gambit, you'll see that if Matt's doing it properly, he will be... Oh, Amy redid her turn. If Matt's doing it properly, you'll see he's going to take advantage of this spot the most. What he'll do, in theory, what you do for the Uxmal Gambit is... She's reset her turn again. What you do with the Uxmal Gambit, in theory, is you upgrade your resource-giving track. You load up on the resource-giving wheel, which is that wheel up there, and then you go to this spot, trade it all in for corn, and then rinse and repeat. Once you've got all the corn in the world, you can put as many people down as you'd like. So what am I going to do? I've not timed this very well already. I'm already at a problem. So what I want to do with the guy on the technology wheel is take this last spot, because it will move me up on 2 temples, and the temples I'll move up on are the brown and the yellow, and that will get me 3 resources back. So I don't think I'm going to build a building, which means I need to make sure I've got corn to feed my workers. So I'm actually going to go there. I'm going to end my turn. It costs me all my corn. So next turn I will have no corn. So I've not timed this very well, because next turn I have to pick up, and I'm 1 short of this action here. So I could just get the feeding thing, but I kind of want to move up on the temples. I think I'm just going to try and beat these guys to the tops of the temples this game. But this game is all about timing, about if and when you take your guys and workers off. One spot that is different, so basically the 4 wheels, there's 5 wheels. 4 wheels are kind of small, and then you've got the big one in the bottom left that Amy's the only person on. The first wheel is usually the food wheel. That's the wheel that kind of is spinning around here. You can get wood and food from that. The next one is resources. The resources in the game are wood, stone, and gold. There's also crystal skulls, and you'll need crystal skulls for a very specific purpose. Wood, stone, and gold you'll need for building buildings and stuff, and advancing on technology tiles and all that sort of stuff. So the third wheel round is the technology and building wheel. So basically there are 2 tiles that will upgrade technologies. One will do it once, one will do it twice. There are 2 tiles that allow you to build buildings. One will do it once, one will do it twice. And then there is a last tile at the end, which is just to move up on 2 different temples, which I really like that tile. It costs 1 resource for 2 different temple moves. It's pretty cheap. This tile here this wheel here is like a free-for-all bit of everything. You can move up on temples, exchange some goods. This is the only spot on the board to get an extra worker, which is what Mike's trying to do. He's trying to finish with 6 workers, and hopefully the 6 workers can ride him to victory. But then he needs to feed those 6 workers, so he would really want this building potentially. Maybe he's trying to get that. This is to build building using only corn, and then this spot is also quite useful. It's to pay 1 corn to take any action on the small wheels. So not the crystal skull wheel, any of the small wheels. So that's pretty good. If you're not sure what to do, sometimes I would just put a worker on this wheel, and then by the time you know what you want to do, you can take it using this action. I'm just going to take some wood. I'll get 4 wood for that. And then I could just build a building. Do I want to build a building? If I take wood again, I can move up on... Yeah, I'm just gonna call that. No, I'm gonna take all the wood. And I'm going to build 2 buildings. That's not, yeah, I'm going to take this building here, build that one, and I'm going to build that one. What I really want on my next turn is for the first player spot to be open. Yeah, which it probably will be. Mike's taking off. Amy won't take it. Well, she might, but she shouldn't. Mike isn't taking off, but he's... no, maybe Mike... In fact, Mike will take this, I think. Maybe? Or maybe he'll just get lots of corn. We'll see. We'll see. If Mike takes this, I'm in trouble, I think, because I'll have to beg for corn then. And then... Oh, well. But for the rest of the game... I don't need to feed my workers 2 corn, I only need to fill them 1, all my workers. So at the moment it's saving me 3 corn. If I get any more workers, it'll save me more. Okay, that's probably good. I think even if I take first player, I want to beg to the gods. I kind of want to put more than 1 worker out. So we will see. Mike has begged for the gods. So basically, at the start of your turn, if you have fewer than 3 corn, you can move down 1 temple track to beg to the gods. And that allows you to get 3 corn. Oh, he's took first play anyway. Wow. It's kind of what I would have done actually with my spot. So I can't place anywhere if I don't beg. So I have to beg, which sucks. I'm going to move down on the yellow. And now I've got 3 corn. I can only place 2 guys with my 3 corn. But at least I'm going second next turn. Another thing you've got to watch is that when someone takes the first player marker, you can you can double skip the wheel. So Mike can move this twice if he wants to. And so you've got to be very careful when you think someone's going to take it to have workers out, because if you don't have any workers out, you lose effectively actions. Basically, if a double skip will improve all your actions by an extra spot, so it's effectively like a free action, sort of, or like a free upgrade, like a 20% better action or something. Yeah, so he's moved it twice, and so if you didn't have any people down, which everyone did, your actions get better. So this is bad. I'm feeding next turn. I only need 3 corn. And I can technically build 2 buildings here. Yeah, well played, Mike. I think he's going to thrash me this game. I haven't even got more than 3 workers. When if he'll take 9 corn. Yeah, he's took 9 corn. So I need some food, so I'm just going to go there. End my turn. Yeah, so this is one of the most interactive Euro games there are. Everything else your opponents are doing is interacting with you, so it's not like direct, but it's very parallel to what you're doing. They're racing for the temple tracks, they're racing for the spots on the crystal skull track, they're racing for the spots on the wheels themselves. There's the opportunity to move the wheel twice. There's the building of the buildings. Obviously, if someone's got the resources to build a building you want, you've just got to make sure you get to it first, and all that sort of stuff, all while managing resources. But at heart, it's just a collect this stuff, turn it into that stuff sort of game. There are 3 main avenues of points. You've got the Crystal Skull Wheel, which Amy's got to be really careful at because she's not got a skull yet. Oh, yes, she has. She started with one, did she? Did she start with one? She did. Yeah, so Amy's got, she's riding around this wheel. That's one of the ways to do it. And basically, when you use that action, you have to have a skull, and you place your skull out. You get some temple movements and some resources and stuff, but more importantly, you get a big stack of points. The other way of scoring points is the temples themselves. The temples will score at 2 points at the course of the game. Round the wheel in the centre, you'll notice there's some little coloured markers. When we get to the brown and then the blue markers, the temples will score 2 different things, and you'll also have to feed. So if you haven't got enough food at that point, you're going to starve. But that's what you'll do. I think I'm in trouble here. I might need to get an extra worker. If I get an extra worker, I won't be able to feed it, so maybe I don't. I think I just take food. Yeah, this is poorly timed. So at the end of this turn, if you need to feed your workers, and it's 2 corn per worker, aside from myself and from Mike, it's just 1 corn per worker. So Mike has 6 workers. He'll need 6 corn, but he's got 12. Amy's got 15 corn. Matt is he going to starve? I think he is. But that's okay if he's trying to do what I think he's trying to do. Hi everyone, sorry. Yeah, thanks, Manx. But one problem with the new layout is I don't see the chat as easy. uh, Thanks for moderating things, Adam. The skulls are remarkably similar to the skulls in the Indiana Jones movie. I can't recall which came out first. This game came out, I think the Indiana Jones movie came out first. This game came out about 2011, 2012 or something like that. I'm just going to take some corn. I think that's all I can do. None of the buildings help me. Don't want an extra worker. Okay, that'll do. End my turn. Feels a bit like I'm doing a bit of rubbish. Yeah. Hi, Grandkeep. That is Thomas. How you doing? Mike JD 1991. That is Mike Dixon. How you doing? He is about to thrash us. Yeah, so Mike is blue here. He's got 6 workers and loads of corn, so he's doing much better than I am. Matt has 14 corn. Didn't see how he got that. Oh, did he take the... Right, so we're going to feed now. Yeah, true. Tech helps. Yeah, you nicked the first player spot, Mike. I'm not sure if you were watching the stream at that point, but you nicked the first player spot, so I kind of wanted that. I needed that corn. I've not timed this well at all, so we will see what I can do. Yeah, I've got to be careful that all this wood doesn't go, all these resources don't go around the first wheel. There's quite a bit of it gone already. And I imagine Matt at some point is just going to put all his guys on that wheel, get a ton of corn, and then use the best spot on the board is that spot there. The Uxmal number 2 spot, you swap corn for resources or resources for corn anywhere around. So if you go and get 30 corn, you can trade it for whatever resources you want, effectively giving you all the stuff to build whatever buildings you want. So as long as you've got the engine to kind of plonk all your guys down in one go, which Matt will get to the point where he can do that because he's on the top spot on the agriculture track. And then he will load up his workers on the tech wheel, advance the building track so he can get to points when he builds. Another bad turn. This is awful. This is rubbish. I'm struggling what's going to last here. Last time I played this, I did much better. Yeah, so for those of you watching in chat, there is a 7 Wonders tournament at 3 o'clock. If you haven't played 7 Wonders, maybe go up and have a look how to play it now. But that will be on Board Game Arena. But to sign up to that, there's a Facebook group called the UK Online Board Game Series. In there is details for how to join Discord, and then what you'll do to log into the tournament is effectively tell us your username via Discord in the half an hour leading up to the start of the tournament. And then we will start it. We will kind of pair the tables. There'll be 3 games of 7 Wonders. It'll be just to have fun to start with, and at the end there will be a winner crowned. Bragging rights for what I won't win it. I've never won a game of 7 Wonders in my life. Will I be streaming it too? I'm intending to, but as I'm also organising it, I might have to find a way of mitigating kind of downtime because I might be needed to help out. Yeah, Amy's about to get a chicken nugget, she says. I assume that's the other temple. Yeah, so the intention is to stream it, but as like I say, as I'm trying to help out run it, my attention might be split. So I will see. I'm probably just going to get like a standby screen while I help out sort that stuff out. So kind of half stream and half run it. But yeah, people can see potentially what I've got. So it's maybe not so good. I wonder if you can put a delay. You can put delays on Twitch, can't you? But I don't know how to do that yet. You can put like a 5 minute. If you put like a 3 minute delay on Twitch, then it will stream, but it won't affect it. Yeah, I'm not doing very well. Yeah, Adam, I'll speak to you after this, and you show me how to do it if you want. Just to put like it doesn't need to be more than like 30 seconds. If it's a 30-second delay, it's absolutely fine because although it'd be a bit harder to interact with chat, then no one can watch and see what I've got really. Not to the point where it's going to be matter. The games of Seven Wonders Online go very fast. Yeah, so Thomas, Adam can link them together, so I think you can watch both at the same time, although there's no guarantee we'll be in the same game, so it might not be easy to watch that. Right, so this is actually maybe I'm just going to do that and take the 9 corn, 10 corn, and move 2 up. Yeah. Alright, so I'm trying to beat people to the scoring of the temples. The temples will score at the end of this quarter when we get to the little kind of teal bluey colour on the central wheel. At the end of that we feed again and then we score, and we're scoring the numbers on the right hand side of the temple. So each temple has numbers running down the right hand side and you score based on your total value. So my total value is currently 5. Red is on 0, blue and yellow on -1. However, you also get points for being the highest on the temple, so I'm also going to try and get to the top spots. Like make sure no one can overtake me. I think I can do that unless someone has like a mad dash on temples. I'm 2 steps ahead of everyone on the 2 I'm going to score, and that's going to get me an extra 10 points, so I'll go for that. Yeah, I might just do a minute, Adam. So Adam said 30-second delay is fine. Nearly all poker streams use like a 3 to 5 minute one and still manage to interact with chat. Yeah. The reason I'm going to be reading out your chat messages a bit more often than I was doing yesterday is now I don't have the chat on the screen. So when I upload this to YouTube, it's going to make a bit more sense for why I'm saying what I'm saying. So I'm probably going to read your messages out so that when this gets posted up on YouTube, which it'll get posted up tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Yesterday's Keyforge one is up, not Keyforge, Keyflower is up. So if you want to go and have a look at that, you're welcome to. But yeah, so if you do interact with chat, I appreciate it. If you're not following us, please follow. Every little helps. And if you look at the Dice Cups Facebook page as well, we have a list of all the games we're offering. If you want to join in one of them, just let me know. I've got like a booking service. Amy's booked a couple and Dave has booked Terra Mystica. So there's loads of spots still free. So if you want to, yeah. So if you look at what Matt's doing now, Matt is he's going to be, this is it. So he's got 26 corn. So what Matt's going to do now is he's going to trade in his corn for resources. So Matt is a clever guy. Hopefully it won't take him too long to kind of work out what he needs. But this is why I don't like it, because these turns can potentially be quite long. So I don't like playing it, especially live. I won't play against anyone doing it live necessarily. I've done it once and I didn't enjoy it. So. Oh, did he double move it? Yes, he did. Oh, that's bad for me. So he's saying about double moving. I hadn't got any guys on the wheels, so when the double move happened, my action got worse. My actions my one action got better, but everyone else, I mean, Mike's got 5 guys on the wheel, so his actions got better. If you just message on the linked chat on Facebook, I will add you in. I'll just say done, and I'll say you booked in, and I'll remind you the day before. So on the post where I put the set schedule up, just book a couple, Adam. I'm sure if the space is free on a particular day, I'll ask you because you're always around and helping out because you're a star. But you book in by going to the Dice Cup Facebook page, having a look at the set schedule, and then just commenting on that post, and I will let the appropriate person know that you want to play, whatever game it might be. Yeah. So I think I'm going to lose this one, Amy. Not doing very well. Sorry? I don't know. I've just not timed it very well, and then they've both double moved the wheel, so they're speeding the game up quite a lot. At least they can't do it again.
I was surprised at the second.
I wasn't, because he needed this spot. Oh no, he didn't even take it.
No, he didn't.
What's he doing?
I know, I was just confused.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Messed me up a little bit, not gonna lie, because I wasn't expecting it.
I know what he's doing. I think with Matt's next action, he's going to put all 5 workers on the same wheel, and the reason for doing that is that he can place all 5 going round. So obviously you have to play in the cheapest spot each time, but if he places all 5 out, he effectively gets the top action straight away on his next turn.
True.
So he's probably going to go on the food wheel or the resource wheel, probably whichever one is most vacant. Okay. So there's a building I've got my eye on, but I haven't got 2 stone, which is, I don't think I can get 2 stone without someone putting down on a wheel. So maybe I just build a different building. What buildings are good? That one works. I'm definitely putting one here, because this is the track I want to be working on. And do I put a second one down? No, I'm just going to do that and take some wood. But yeah, this lock-in, we at the Dice Cup Cafe are trying to provide you guys with as much entertainment as we can. So any support is helpful. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, please go to our cafe page, like us. Please go to our Twitch page, Stevie Weevy Woo, or Dice Cup Merlin, which is Matt's Twitch, and like us there. Also, Adam, our moderator in the chat. Adam is Spirit Charged on Twitch. So any support to any of these guys are helpful in this time. I imagine a lot of people are looking for a lot of things to do. So we're trying to help out as best we can. And also tonight, so there's a tournament today at 7 Wonders. There's also a speed quiz tonight at 7:30. You will need an Android device. Or you need to speak to James Downing Green, who's got some advice to how to get it working on Apple stuff. Although I think Adam said he might be ready for the quiz as well, didn't you, Adam? So maybe you can speak to Spirit Charged in the stream and he might be able to guide you through it. No, that's fine. Yeah, you're helping out. In fact, I think you've been on nearly every stream I've done, Adam, so you're helping out my viewer count. So I appreciate that. 7 people watching. Shout out to anyone who hasn't yet said hi. That would be good. Yeah, so Mike's posted in the chat. So the tournament will start at 3, and you just need to join the Discord chat at any time from 2:30. The link to the Discord is in the Facebook group, the UK Online Board Game Series, or UKOGBS, BGS. That link hasn't come up for me. I'm not sure you can put links in my chat, I'm afraid, Mike. So yeah, just go to Facebook on the UK OBGS group. But chances are, chances are the first one's just going to be run by kind of people associated with myself in the cafe, so you're welcome to. That's the Discord, is it? I can't see that either, I'm afraid. I can see the HTTPS and then the 6 letters at the end, but I can't see the middle bit. It's fine. It's fine. I will plug it. I will plug it as best I can. If you just join the Facebook group, I think it is an open group, so you can just join. There we go. Yeah, do that without the spaces. So if you want to join the Discord group, I know that James is already in, Thomas is already in, and Adam's already in. So I'm not sure anyone in this chat currently isn't already in that group. Right, so I'm doing awfully here. I don't think I'm going to score very highly. I think I'll be lucky to get more than 40, I think. Yeah, so Adam can post because I think he's a moderator, so thanks, Adam. I appreciate that, Adam. Yeah, I think I could probably put that in as well, I guess, obviously. But yeah, so basically, Adam's just, if you can't see that, Adam is just posting in the chat for the Twitch, a link to the Discord site, and basically what the aim is for the series of games is if we start doing several more games in the future, we've kind of got next week's games planned so already. If we kind of do more games in the future, the idea was you join in the Discord with half an hour to spare before the event starts to sign up. And then in the Discord, you've got separate channels for each table. So once you get put on a table with 3 or 4 other people, you can chat with them as you're playing, and then go back to the main lobby to put your score in, and then play a second round and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to take some wood. Yeah, I kind of want another worker, so I think I'll take another worker if I can. I'm fine for feeding. I have to feed at the end of this round, so I don't need food. But the issue is Matt's going to take his workers off, is he? Yes, he is. No stabby for you. I'm afraid not, James. James and Tom, are you playing Seven Wonders later? If you haven't played for a while, or you want to learn the rules, if you want to learn the rules, if you go to Board Game Arena in between now and the event starts, the games last about 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. Oh, no worries, but that's at 3 o'clock. I assume you're quizzing tonight, though, James. Yeah, I'll see you there. Should be the same. I'll put the link to the Zoom chat up about 5 o'clock, and people can start logging in from then. Busy man at the moment. If you're interested as well, oh, there's some chat here. Let's have a look. The other thing I'm going to do as well at some point in this quarter is I'm going to place a meeple on the Crystal Skull track because I am likely to pick a Crystal Skull up due to being high on the Green Temple. So that would be my aim. I'm trying to get high enough on the Green Temple. The good news is I'm going to score 15 points here on the Temples. So that is good news. Okay, so if that works, James, if you don't mind, I'm going to put that up in the speed quizzing group as well. I'll put your instructions up there. I'm going to put a caveat as well so that if anyone can't get it to work, to not ask me because I'm already super busy at the moment. But if you can get other people who usually use Apple devices part of the quiz, James, you've been an absolute superstar. Thank you very much. But yeah, so if you are watching and you haven't got an Android device that you need for the new SpeedQuiz Live app, James has got a fix. He's got a set of instructions for how to get it working on a PC, I believe. So what I'll do, James, I'll tag you in the post if that's okay. So I will tag you in the post to say if you need to go Apple, follow this, look at these instructions. Yeah. I assume, James, it won't work on a Mac. Would it be out PC only? Yeah, so well, for today, we'll just do it at the PC. So I'll put the instructions up there, and then yeah, okay. What am I doing? I've got one worker. I kind of want another. So if I put this on the worker slot, yeah, I'll do that. I'll end my turn. All right, got 15 points. I'm winning. I'm not going to win, but I'm winning. Yeah, take that. Again, I've timed this poorly. I really want to take the last action here. Maybe I'll still 2 buildings. What buildings are available? Again, I need stone for the good one. So I can build that one and that one. Stone. I can actually get stone next turn. Oh no, this is fine. No, I'm picking up and then I'm putting down and I'm picking up. That's fine. I pick up and get some wood, and then I put my one worker down. Then I pick up my other worker and get a third worker, fourth worker, and I can take that action. So I'm picking up. I'm going to take this spot here. I'm going to take some wood because that's my only choice. And then I'll put down, and then I'll pick up and take this action and this action. I really should have got another worker, but Mike and Matt clogged up that wheel at the start. Even Amy's got another worker, so I've not been very efficient here. But we'll see. There is a monument for how many workers you've got. You get 18 points if you build this monument if you've got 6 workers, and none if you've got 3. So that's not worth much for me. How many wood tiles have I got? 3. So this one's currently worth 12 points. It can be worth 16 if I get another one, which I'm likely to do. But yeah, it's looking tempting to take first player as well. So in a second I might take first player if I can. So I think Amy begs to the gods, not focusing on the temples. I wonder if people are going to leave them too late. The idea behind my strategy, yeah. So Matt's, yeah. So this is what Matt's done. He's bought these. He doesn't need to feed his workers at all now. This feeds 3 for 3, and this feeds 3 for 3. Yeah, certainly makes the corn maths easier. Corn is only needed for putting down people and putting them off. Now he's got 10 corn and 6 people, so he can't put all 6 people out in one go. He's got no resources left. And he's only got 2 points. And I think that's because he hasn't tried that strategy before. He should also have moved upon either this track or this track, really. One of those two. This track to get loads of resources, or this track that when you do build your buildings, you get stuff back, you get points and resources back. Yeah, just say, yeah, I said in, right, so let's pick up a worker. So I will take this, and I'll take some wood, harvest 3 wood, and my turn, done. My turns are super quick, this is pretty good. But to some extent, it's not that interesting to watch. Maybe I should have long, complicated turns like I did in Russian Railroad. I 2, 3. I think he should place some here and here, I think. And then the food he gets from that, he can trade in for resources if he needs them. Or he should place at least one on this track, the first one, maybe. Oh, that's bad. I wanted that. But the first player, because Matt is already first, the first player marker moves on to Amy. So you can't just keep the first player marker and take the corn. So if you take the first player marker when you are first, it passes on to whoever's in second. Amy's actually got enough resources to build some of the wonders. I've just got too much wood, so what I need to be doing is going to this spot potentially and changing the wood in for resources that get me wonders. So my next turn is to place a guy. I think I'm going to place it on this wheel. This is my favourite wheel. And then pick up a guy. Next turn I'm going to get the 4th guy, and then one of those 4th guys is going to go around the Crystal Skull one. I can't go there now. I'm just going to... Yeah, so Matt can't double move it, that's good. One thing I'm trying to do, I'm trying to work out a bit of maths here. If I can take this action next turn and trade in all my wood to buy this building, and then using the power of this building to take this action. So I would need a total of, how much corn have I got at the moment? I've got 16, 17, 19, 23. I've got 29 corn total if I trade in all my resources for corn. And these need 2, 4, 7, 11, 13, 16, 19, 23. Getting things mixed up. So what did I count? 23 and 23. That's not good. No, I count 29 and 23. So I can do that. Maybe I do that. And I would move upon each temple 3 times. And each 2 temples once each. And then I can potentially even do this with that worker there. So I can move another 2 temples. Alright, so let's put a worker down. I need corn to make this work. So I'm going to go there. Right, let's see if this works. I've got a strategy. Here we go. I'm actually going to spend this time writing down exactly what I need for the strategy and how much it's going to cost me. Yeah, hopefully I'm just going to win at least 2 temples, and if these guys have not played as efficiently as they could, I will Are you both playing new strategies then? Alright, I was going to count. So I need 2, I need 3, I need 4 wood, 8, I need 3 stone for 9, I need 2 gold for 8, so I need to total 8, 16, 25. I need 25 corns worth of stuff. I have 16 plus 7 is 23. I have 28 corns worth of stuff. So I'm actually going to take the corn because I have to go back a spot on here, and I'm going to I need to keep 4 wood. I need a total of 3 stone. And I need another gold. Okay, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so ends this trade. And then pick up this one. I build this one. I build this one, taking this spot to move those 2 in my turn. Alright, we'll see if that works. I got some points for doing that. I'm way ahead on some of the temples. I'm going to get my crystal skull from the green track. So my next turn is not great. I'm just going to put a guy on the crystal skull wheel. Alright, so they're both trying new strategies. I like the fact that they try different strategies, and sometimes they try strategies that they know aren't very good just to say they've tried them, and I really like that in these guys. They're not just cutthroat and out to win. But we'll see. What I will tell you in this game, is don't ignore the temples. Same in Terra Mystica, same in Gaia Project, same in all that sort of stuff where there's a lot of kind of end game bonuses to temples. Don't ignore the temples. If the game ended now, I'm scoring 4, 6, 13, 23, 25. I'm scoring 25 points for my temples if it ended now. I'm going to try and get better. I'm also going to try and put a school down. So if you end up playing this game, don't ignore the temples. That's my Stevie's #1 tip. Alright, now I've got to be very careful because on the food tech tree, I'm not here. So I need there to be a corn tile for me to take corn. And remember, on this turn here, we are getting resources from the temple. It's kind of why I've got the green all the way to where I've got it, so that I get the skull guaranteed. So I'm going to get 2 wood, a gold, a stone, and a skull. And you'll notice that the buildings that are coming out now seem a lot more powerful. So at the halfway stage of the game, they change what buildings come out. So you get a different stack of buildings. And just more powerful ones that move you up on the temples a lot more aggressively, ones that get you points, a bit of a better feeding workers thing. I think if you got this one at the start of the game, it would be too strong. So after this, we are not playing another game like we have in the past. We often finish with a game of like Can't Stop or Six Nimped or something else that's quite light, because I need to get ready for the Seven Wonders tournament. If you're tuning in on Monday, this is going to be up on YouTube on Monday, so welcome if you're watching this on a Monday. If you go to the the UK Online Board Game Series Facebook group, you can see how the results of the Seven Wonders tournament, how it went, how people did, and what the feedback was. And then the idea is, if it went well, if it's something we think we can manage, we're going to start running week-long tournaments where you play like a game a day, the same game over the course of the week. So you play, I don't know, on Monday night you play Terra Mystica, and Tuesday night you play Terra Mystica, and so on. And then on Sunday, the 4 best performers over the week would play in like a final, or the 8 best, or how I don't know exactly how we're doing yet. It does depend on the level of interest we get. But you don't need to play in every day. You just need to play, I think it's the best 3 scores will count is what we're looking at. And if you're entering any of these tournaments, I think it's absolutely fine now. But last night was awful for trying to connect to it. Awful in a good way. They've got way more people than they've ever had before at Board Game Arena. They had, I think, like 20,000 people on a Friday night, and then last night was we were struggling with connectivity issues all evening. So one of the things I would suggest if you are participating in the tournament is, if you become premium, you're less likely to. If you're premium, you've always got access to the site effectively. They're not going to say no, you can't play, it's too busy, which they might do if you're not premium. And so if you're looking to enter these tournaments, and isolation is probably just going to make the site grow and grow, because it's an excellent way to kind of fulfill some time, that I would recommend you do become premium. But yeah. What do you think of the new layout to the Twitch? I know some of you might not have seen it yesterday, but I've neatened it up a bit. I've taken away the chat, so you can't see the chat on Twitch itself. Latest follower, Mike D, 1991. Nice to meet you, Mike. Are you that young, Mike? Oh dear, I'm so old. Yeah. Well, it's going to be my turn, and there's lots of open, cheap spots available, so that's pretty good. I think I go food, building, skull. I need to put the skull on now because if you notice that a lot of the other wheels have enough spots to last 1/4, but the skull's got like 3 extra spots. So to get to this spot, I'm going to need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turns. And if I count how many spokes in the wheel before the end of the game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've timed this well, not consciously, but I've timed it well because by putting this down, I should get to the best scoring spots that's left, that one there, with my free skull. I'm going to need some food, and then I want to keep using this track, which I think is the most powerful track. I think you get the most points from this track, even though the most powerful spot, I still agree, is the Uxmal number 2. That if you do any sort of food strategy, that can just fix any resource issues you've got. Alright. What I kind of want to do now is pass my turn, but I can't. So all I'm going to do is take up my worker that's going to get me 3 corn. And at some point, Mike, close your ears. At some point, I'm going to double move it because I know what I'm doing. I want to limit the amount of options these guys have as the game goes on. But yeah. The double move is very powerful. Can really set you up, but it shortens the game. The game's I think something like 27 turns long, but it isn't. It's shorter than that because the double moves. It might be 28 turns long. I think it's something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think is it 7, 6, 7, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26 turns long potentially. You might get 27th if you double move near the end. No, you won't. You'll always get to 26 turns. But you get fewer every double move there is. I think this tile's been very important to me. This one here. But I'm conscious of some of these people having loads of resources and building a lot of buildings. I don't mind if they build monuments. Monuments can get like 20 points, 30 points at the end of the game. That's fine. It's building the buildings because the buildings are the things that are going to potentially overtake me on the temple tracks. At the moment, there's not one that overtakes you on the temple track, but if you look at the one Mike built here, if a lot of things like that came out, or a lot of things like this came out, people can technically build 2 or 3 of them in a turn and overtake me. But we'll see. My temple scoring is even higher now. 12, 16, 18. I'm on 25 points for temples now, I think. Or maybe I counted that last time, actually. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm just going to get some corn. Done. Turns are easy. So what I'm really looking to double move it when people haven't got many on the wheel. So in this turn, Mike's picking up. So even if he's listening, he has to pick up. So I have the option of, if he takes a lot off, of double moving it. Because if I look where Mike is the person who's best in position to, in fact, he's potentially going to do very well. He's the maximum of this track and the maximum of this track, which means this spot here gets him 2 gold, 2 stone and 2 corn. And then when he builds buildings, he can build 2 with this spot, but one of the buildings is going to get him a corn, 2 points, and cost 1 resource fewer. So yeah, this building here gets him 6 points because he can do this action twice and get 3 points each. This one scores 6 points, even if he doesn't get the worker off it. So we'll see. I'm just going to get a glass of water. 1 second, a bottle of water. Now, actually, Jonathan Hicks has suggested, I don't know if anyone's listening in, but suggested that I think I can do this. I think I've got a way to do this, but would you like to see a picture of each person playing? And rather than me talking through strategies and potential moves, would you rather see interaction between the people talking during the game? I think effectively I can put each person in a... I can get everyone on Zoom and show you their feed on Zoom. And put maybe one in each corner. Would that be better? I think it depends what people want to do. So, people let me know. But basically, it would be better if when I upload it to YouTube, because you get a much more interaction, and obviously I can't react to chat. But it might be worse for streaming, because one of the benefits to doing it this way is that if you're just watching to learn and understand the game a bit better, you can interact with me, you can ask me strategy tips and all that sort of stuff, and I can give you them without passing information to the other players. So Amy's not in the same room as me today, so I'm not telling you anything, any of my plans or anything, so she can't stop me. But if we were all there, I'd be able to give fewer strategy tips. So okay, it's kind of like pros and cons to both. I would want to do it in Zoom rather than Discord. I often find in Discord when I'm talking I can't hear anyone else, but in Zoom when I'm talking I can hear someone else. I also think if you can see their faces, you know when they're about to say something. So a bit like that social construct on Zoom, on Discord, because I can't see them, I struggle to know when it's my opportunity in a conversation to start speaking. That is a possibility, Adam. Yeah, I think I can do the same in Zoom now. I can mute myself in Zoom. But I was in a group with 3 other people last night. Well, technically 4, because 2 people on the same speaker. And I struggled to know, like every time I thought there's a gap in conversation, I'll start speaking. Someone else spoke at the same time, and I just couldn't hear them. So I had to say, sorry, what was that? Maybe it's just a personal thing. It's a timing thing. All right, I think I'm just going to take first player. Take my turn. Yeah, I'll do. I've had a very boring game, but I might do okay actually. I think Mike's going to win. I wasn't using headphones now. I was just doing what I'm doing now. It could just be my computer. It could just be my computer's not very good at kind of playing me the sounds of other people. I don't know, like giving me audio. All right, so he's bought a building. Which one has he bought? He's bought a monument. Has he bought a monument? Where's it gone? So he's yellow. So he's bought that one, and he's going to get 28 points for that. So I'm going to move it 2 days because I'm not doing anything else. And then I place a worker. Why not put it there? Seems like a good spot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've not thought about that. So Matt's given a good point. It was. Don't think it was. Don't think it was an echo issue, Adam. But I might not be as technically gifted as you are. That's a good point, actually. Matt's just made a point, and this is where I'm less skilled at what's going on than everyone else. But yeah, you wouldn't get that in Zoom. I don't get that in Zoom because I've had video chats in Zoom where I just talk and they talk back at me, and then I don't hear them speaking through my speaker back through their speaker or anything like that. But with Discord, I don't know, it just wasn't as nice. So yeah, I mean, at this moment in time, my hairstyle doesn't suit headphones. Possibly. So for Discord, for what we're doing, Mike, for the tournament, I'm happy with that. You can chat, you can not chat, you can just use text in there. I'm thinking more about making a stream that goes up onto YouTube, and so wanting people's faces and them speaking so we can talk about strategy. We played Hanabi last night. And it was very engaging. We're playing, making moves, and then discussing strategy in between moves, and that was very nice. And I think that would broadcast very well, but it would broadcast very well with other people. I don't know, like everyone's chat there. So me just broadcasting an RB and telling you what they're saying to me face to face doesn't work. I'm assuming that you're going for the resource temples wonder. That one, the theology one. I don't think I can afford a wonder. Yeah, so I'm going to play about with it. I might do a demo one at some point tomorrow. I think Amy's using my computer to stream Pokemon, so I might try and set up a demo Hanabi one with every person's face who's playing on my other computer. Although that doesn't have a webcam yet, so that's an issue. So pick up a worker, me to go. I've got my resources now, which is good, so I've timed this well, so I can take this guy off. Are there any temples I want to build? Not really. I think I'm just going to move up on 2 temple tracks. So the golden scores the most, and the brown and green are both worth thing, but someone might catch one of the brown. So I'm just going to, which one, just in case, I'll keep my gold and stone. I'll use a wood. I'm going to go up on there and there. And my temple. Now, Mike is probably going to build a few buildings or wonders here. Mike's got not too many resources, but he will have a lot off the wheel. And in fact, I said this action is powerful. Mike's got the freedom of the world to do what he wants. He might have to beg for some corn first, because he's got no corn. But he can then beg for some corn, use this, get what he wants. But the issue is, for Mike, is he hasn't actually got access to corn. So Mike's probably going to have to get lots of resources and trade some of them in for corn using this action here. But the first thing he's going to have to do is beg. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it, Mike. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know if you must be listening in. Yeah, I think that's something you're gonna have to do at some point because you're not on the agriculture trek at all, so you've got no access to corn realistically. There is one spot left that gets you corn that's worthwhile anyway, but you have to burn the wood for that. But yeah, so we'll see how it works. Faffing about with streaming stuff has been my week. If you are watching, who do you think's best in the best position to win here? Amy's got a skull, so she's riding the track round to get some points. What has Amy built? She spent the resources on something. What she built? She's built nothing. What she spent her resources on? I guess just improve. Oh, she's improving this track. There we go. Amy, do you know you can't get corn if there's no corn tile there? You're not high enough. You have to move one more space. Okay. Let's give Amy a bit of help there. Yeah. Yeah. It's Amy's first time playing online, I think, on this particular software, so I think she's done pretty well, actually. She's had a few takebacks, but it's more like not doing things in the right order and undoing things. But yeah, so who do you think's in best position? I wonder if Mike can build another wonder. I imagine he can, to be honest. I'm a spickable worker. I can put one down, can't I, computer? So how many spaces I've got? 1, 2, 3 more spaces. 1, 2. 3 more spaces. 1, 2, 3. So I can do the temples once more using my doodly da. I think maybe I pick up some corn and potentially use this spot if I need to. I'm just going to go all out on temples. End my turn. Very quick game for me, Steve. Yeah, I've noticed you've used that spot for like almost the most, Mike. I think the wheels haven't been as clogged up as they can be, because what you'll find is when people are doing the strategy where they put like all 6 down, and then they take all 6 off, you don't have those people that put like a couple on each wheel and slowly riding them around. And when that happens, when a lot of people are doing that, the wheels get clogged up. So this game's been pretty open, to be honest, for a 4-player game of Tzolk'in. I've pretty much always been able to go on the wheel I want to go on, apart from the very start when I wanted to go on the wheel that gave me a worker. I've just shied away from that. I've gone for something else, and I think I'm only doing well because you guys have mistimed things. But you might still win, Mike. How much is your wonder worth? Have you built a wonder? Yes, you built this one, so that's going to be worth 60. You're getting 16 points from your wonder, but I think I eclipse you in temples currently. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you go, put 3 on, put 3 on, take 3 off, put 3 on, take 3 off. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. If you can time it well, I've mistimed a few things this turn. The action I wanted, I've just had to do a turn later and go back one. Yeah, not the best. Not the best. I will say this to everyone always, and don't ignore the temples. Like, even if you just focus on one temple and get to the 5-pointer or something, just like you get a bit of stuff for doing so, you get a few points. You're challenging someone else for the top spot, but as it stands here, no one's challenging me for any top spots apart from Matt, and I'm definitely going to get the chicken pizza action in a space 8 or whatever it is. Is that what it's called? Chicken. It's chicken. I always call it chicken pizza, but whatever. I guess chicken. It's a number 8. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I took one of the temple advanced buildings, and you took the other one that came out. I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. But yeah. If you notice the number next to people's names on the right hand side, there's a number with a laurel wreath, and that's effectively your ELO. It doesn't mean you're the best at the game. It possibly, some of them, it just means that you've played a lot more. So Mike might be the best, but he might have only played 3 games, or I might have played 15 or something. But at the end of the game, based on your finish positions, your ELO will change. If you've done well, but your opponents are weak, it won't go up much. But if you've done well and your opponents weren't very weak, it'll go up a lot. If you've done badly and your opponents are weak, it will go down a lot, which happened to me in 6 and Imp yesterday. I went down by 100, horrendously. I played with a lot of people who'd never really played before. I had a horrendous last turn. But the ELO's a way, I mean, you can just play for fun, and that's what I'm doing on here, but the ELO's a way to kind of motivate yourself to keep playing well. And then another thing you can do on Board Game Arena is there's something called Karma, and as you log into a game, it shows you your ELO, so how good you are at the game you're playing, because you've got a separate ELO for every game, and then your Karma, and your Karma is effectively your goodwill score. You start on 75%, and every game you complete without any problems, you go up like 1% or something. And then if you leave a game, you lose 10 Karma points. If you leave a game twice within a month, you lose another 20. If you use foul language or someone rates you badly or anything, you can lose even more. So I am taking this spot in 2 turns. I'm taking this spot in 2 turns. So I need to take this guy off. End turn. Can you elaborate? So Adam says there's also arena mode, which is like a proper competitive mode. Now I've seen tournaments on here, Adam. What's arena mode? So Adam is Spirit Charged. He's our moderator in Twitch today. Thank you, Adam, for helping out. I've seen you've already deleted 1 spam message. That's giving us a warning. So Matt has said this turn might take a while. So he's looking at, he's going to be buying a wonder. So I think he'll be buying, this one scores him 18, this one currently scores him 12, this one scores him not much, nothing. This one doesn't score him anything. So he is, he didn't beg, did he? No, he didn't. But he'll be taking this spot, be trading in corn for all the resources he needs. So when oh hang on, he's trying to challenge me for this. I can get 2 more movements on that temple, so hopefully that will be enough to win it. At least gets me 9 points, I suppose. He's trying to challenge me for the yellow temple track. This will be his last big turn. I don't think he'll have enough time to do it again. So he's trading in for, he's going to buy the one that scores him 18 points for 6 workers. Yeah, that's fine. Which also increases the value of this one. This one's now worth 16. And Mike might come along and build that. Okay, so Adam's explaining what arena mode is. He says is when you're picking a game, you can choose to play arena mode, which does matchmaking for you, so you can't play with just mates. And then if you win, you get points towards laddering up, a bit like ranked in MTG Arena. So it is the competitive mode of yeah, that's true, but now you've made more value up there. So Yeah, so if Matt took this one, it's worth 4 points for every wonder in the game, for every monument in the game. Sorry. So when he bought, when before he built it, it would have been the third one. So it's worth 12. Oh, true. Sorry, true. And Mike, is Mike able to build 2? No, he can't get. Oh yeah, he can. He can build. He can go back 1 space now to build 1. How many wood tiles has Mike got? 4. So that's worth 16 points to him, and then this will then be worth 20 if he builds both. Which I imagine he can. He's got a ton of resources. Yeah, so we're coming to the end of the game. The game will end at the end of in 2 turns' time. So Mike will take an action, then each person gets 2 more goes, effectively. And then we'll be having a break, and then I'll come back, and I'm going to be streaming a 7 Wonders tournament. We're going to be playing 3 matches in 7 Wonders. It's going to be slightly awkward because I'm also running it. So in between games when I'm playing, I will be muting myself and helping organising and pairing the next rounds and stuff like that. So I'm just going to put a worker here. And I will be moving up on a temple. So in fact I get to move 3 spaces up on a temple. So yeah, we'll be back about 3 o'clock, just before 3 o'clock I think, with the 7 Wonders tournament. I'll be streaming it. Adam Link will also be streaming it, who is spirit charged. There's a very good chance that we won't be on the same table for the majority of the tournament, depending on how many people we get, of course. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. And if you're thinking of playing, you've played 7 Wonders before, if you just log into the Discord chat for Discord, which is further up in the chat here, or you log in to Facebook and you join the UK online board gaming series group. And all the information will be in there. Mike, do you know if the MSO has been cancelled or not yet? Because I imagine even if it runs, it won't be fully attended. There'll be a lot of people not wanting to travel. I think was I talking with you the other day about that? I was talking to Danton about it, whether you were in the chat too, I don't know, can't remember. I think I was just talking to Danton on Facebook by himself, so. So the Mayan Sports Olympiad is like a Mayan Sports Games tournament in London every year. They have lots of different games, and they have Euro games. They don't have Tzolk'in, but they have Terra Mystica and Gaia Project, and Stone Age, and 7 Wonders, and Carcassonne, and Azul, and Ticket to Ride, and sadly Monopoly, and then some abstract games as well, like chess and go and backgammon, and then some of the less known abstract ones, Entropy, Lines of Action. They have tons of tournaments. Yeah, so MSO is still going ahead at the moment. Obviously, the situation is being monitored, and it's going to be dependent on the situation clearing up by August, I assume you meant to say. Yeah, like, I think it's more important for it to go ahead with correct numbers than to go ahead at all. So if you're not going to get full numbers, even if it's safe to run it, I probably wouldn't run it, but that's just my opinion. I don't think I carry any weight in any of the organisation stuff there, but I think if it's all in the country, still unsafe, and we're still social distancing, then there's a lot of people not going to attend, and if it's not well attended, I don't think there's a point in running it. Which is a shame, actually, because I would play again. And I think this year I would actually play rather than commentate. I don't think. don't think I'll have the energy after doing all this streaming to actually go away for a holiday and feel like I'm working. So my last turn, just for those people watching, my last turn, I've got 3 workers on the board. I'll be using all 3 of them. The first thing I'm going to do is take this action. I'm going to spend 1 corn to go back 1 space to take this action, and I'll take a gold. The next thing I'm going to do is take this action. I will spend a resource. I will spend my wood to move up on a temple of my choice. It's almost certainly going to be the yellow one. And then my last action, I will spend 3 corn to move up again on the yellow temple. And then I'll still have enough corn for feeding with 1 corn left over. And I've just had a Facebook notification to say that yeah, so Matt ran out of time slightly there. Yeah, well, you you did one of them, Matt. Yeah, so in the game, the 3 avenues of scoring are monuments. I think Matt and Mike have each bought 2, I think. Is that right? I haven't bought any. Yeah, 2 and 2. So they bought 2 each. The Crystal Skull track has been pretty deserted. And then the Temple track, I think Amy's going to be disappointed. I'm actually going to pip her to that by 1 spot, I'm afraid. I think Amy hasn't really made use of this spot here. But we will see. So they're challenging me now, which they should have possibly been doing earlier, to the yellow and the green temples. She can beat me. Yeah, she can. No, she can't. She can just get a skull. But yeah, this is Tzolk'in. The last score I had when I played on, I think it was Wednesday, was 75. So let's see if I can beat that. I got 75, A-Bomb got 35, and Adam and Tony got about 20. So we'll see how people do in relation to that. It's potentially my issue this time. You see, this is this strategy because Matt's running out of time a bit towards the end of the game. And I know it's my fault for playing a very simple strategy. I haven't really done much. I haven't really rode many resources, like loads of big combo turns like I like to do. And last time I played this, I had much bigger turns. So yeah, so just twiddling your thumb, and especially if it's in real life, especially if you've got someone who's like min-maxing or APing. If someone's playing a very light strategy, it feels like of the cost of the game, if you're playing a 4-player game, that they're not playing 25% of the game, they're playing like 10% of the game. Yeah. The amount of times I've said that tip, that would go on my gravestone, I think. This is the last turn, Amy. You don't get another go. Having people on the wheel is a tie break. So you can just put one person down and then just leave it. So if you tie with someone, you beat them on the tie. I'm sure we'll have lots of time to do that. Okay, so Mike is going to build another wonder. Is he going to? Oh, he's going to build this one. No, he can't. That's worth nothing to him. This one he can build. Can he? Oh yes, because he's here. So Mike is going to be able to build a wonder and a building, maybe? Maybe was one of these any good for him? I mean, that's just with 8 points. I guess he just builds that, and then he trades in and builds that as well. Yeah, so Mike will just be thinking about what he's changing all his resources in for. Yeah, so what's it look like he's getting? He's got 29 corn, so I think he's just going to trade the corn in for whatever he wants to do. I mean, these two buildings are points, but this is worth more to him. I think this is worth... It's worth 16, so that's worth 16. But he's spending 4.5 points to buy it effectively in resources at the end of the game. And then my last turn is going to be dead easy. I'll take all 3 meeples off, workers, and I will just move up on 4 temples. So I'll get some resources as well. And yeah, so that also, building that wonder increases the value of that wonder to 20. So first up first, take this off, and I will receive gold. I will take this off, and I'll move up there, and I'll take this off, spend a wood, move up there and there. And my turn. Done. Oh, it might beat me. Wow. Wonders for the win. Wow, did not see that coming. Oh well. I got 73, 2 points less than last time, so fairly consistent. Yeah. Well done. Thanks for the game, everyone. So, yeah, final situation. How many did I get at the end of the game for temples? I got 18, 20, 31, 39 points at the end of the game for temples. So, yeah, I think that did okay. And then some left resources and stuff at the end of the game too. Amy will do better next time. That is the key to games. We played Keyflower. We did awfully the first time. Then Orvis did better the second game we played. And I think that'll be the same with Amy and Tzolk'in as well. But thanks for watching anyway. If you're looking to join any of the games we've got going on at the moment, if you just go to our Facebook page and comment under the schedule, and we can add you to those games. I'll remind you the day before. Alright, so anyway, that is it for our stream. I hope you've enjoyed watching. We are going to go to the 7 Wonders tournament at 3 o'clock. If you log into Discord, again, follow the Facebook group, see if I remember how to say it properly this time, the UK Online Board Gaming Series. There's a UK Facebook page. It has a link to the Discord server. Join in the Discord anytime after 2:30, and then before 3 o'clock we will pair the draw up effectively, and then we will have a few games of 7 Wonders, see how it works, get down to a winner. It should probably take about an hour because the games are super quick, and then I will be back at 7:30 for the quiz. So I'll see everyone later. Thanks so much.